love that music.
How about that?
I was falling asleep there for a minute. It's time now for the big screen. We take a look at the movies and coming to theaters and streaming platforms this weekend.
Our buddy Candace, the movie guru with Seattle Refined, joins us this morning. Candace, how are you? Happy holidays.
Hey, men, how's it going? We met on the desk.
Hey, woman.
There's nothing weird about this.
What
This
a
is
treat.
we're just having a talk.
First, before we start, he has a question for you.
Yeah, I have actually more
Sure.
of an assignment.
Oh.
I may not be filling in when she can come back with her results. You have to see and tell me what you think of The Last Showgirl. With Pamela Anderson.
Did you watch it? Is that why you're asking?
I want you to watch it and tell us what you think, because I'm hearing all kinds of great buzz about it. Have you already seen it?
I put it on. I'm going to finish it. I put it on and was not too enthralled with the first 30
Really?
minutes.
Even with Jamie Lee Curtis? I hear she like steals every scene.
It's very Jamie Lee Curtis. It feels a little gimmicky.
Really?
And I can't get over the Pamela Anderson feeling like she's just doing Pamela Anderson. It doesn't feel like she's jumping into it. I know she got a Golden Globe nom. It kind of felt like a throw her a bone because she was trying to be edgy to me personally. I don't know.
Wow. Well,
I'll finish it for you though.
finish it
I'll
and get
finish
back
it.
to us.
Okay.
All right.
Let's talk about another Golden Globe nominated film, and we're going to start now with A Complete Unknown. What did you think about this one?
You know, I am not a Chalamet-maniac. I really like Timothy Chalamet. That's what they call his fans, which I just learned, and I'm obsessed with it. But I was optimistic for A Complete Unknown. He makes good choices. All of his films are, edgy, but usually pretty good. This one was fine. It's an easy to watch musician biopic. If you saw Walks the Line back in 2005, it was a Johnny Cash film. James Mangold also directed this. And you can see kind of his style. It's a very easy watch. I just thought it was a little on the dull side. I got a little lulled into sleep. And it's about Bob Dylan, who's a folk musician, anti-establishment during a really big, immense unrest in the US. So I wanted a little bit more. It only follows his early career from when he gets to New York, through his very controversial Newport Folk Festival appearance. I just can't say I was super enthralled. It was very tame. It was very quiet. Chalamet's performance will get him all the nominations this year. But for me, I wanted a little more. It's not really rocking the boat.
All right. Well, next on the list, Babygirl, starring Nicole Kidman. I know nothing of this movie.
Wow, yeah, it's an eye opener. Nicole Kidman is nominated for this because she really goes there in this film. She stars as a CEO who gets into an ill-advised relationship with an intern at her company that's played by Harris Dickinson. There's a lot of sex, both implicit and explicit. She's really putting herself on the table. I really thought that was, I don't want to say brave of her because we keep saying that about women who are doing these, really cool roles. It's really cool of her, I guess I should say. But I found this to be not as interesting as it should be. It kind of stops with the relationship and doesn't go in on the story. Antonio Banderas is very good in this. He plays her husband. But I wanted a little more. If you want to go in for like a fun, sexy, post-Christmas watch, this is for sure the choice. But I wanted a little more story. I wanted to know where these characters went after and what, all the other backstory things that they kind of skim over.
And has she been getting some buzz for this role too?
She has, yes. She
Awards
has a
buzz?
Golden Globe nomination.
Okay.
Everyone's speaking her praises, and she's great. Harris
Yeah.
Dickinson's great. Everyone's really good in this. I just think the thesis on what they're trying to say about this age gap relationship is not fully formed.
All right. Lastly, let's talk about the horror film Nosferatu. What did you think about that one?
I love a good
Yes, you
moody
do.
horror.
Yes, you do.
This, like, it really, I thought this was going to be a slam dunk for me. I really enjoyed this film. It is by Robert Eggers, who kind of has a cult following now. He's a director who's done The Witch and The Lighthouse. And this is a very moody watch. It really is a beautiful watch. You have to see it on a big screen if you're going to see it because the details are stunning. It's based on the 1922 German expressionist film that is very famous and for cinephiles. And it's a vampire film. It stars Bill Skarsgård as that vampire, Count Orlok, Nicholas Hoult, Lily Rose Depp are in it. Everything's there. Again, I think that this is the problem I've had with all three films this week is that the story just doesn't go as far as you want it to. It really hooks you on the like tone and the mood and the visuals, and the story is secondary. But you know, it's still beautiful. It's still a really cool film. A lot of gothic imagery. You know, not the worst, not the best.
All right, I have a question, another question. Okay. I led with a question, I have another question.
Okay.
This is about character development here. And I would like you to review yourself. Are you a tough critic to please?
Yes.
I mean, it sounds like you have a lot of background information on filmmaking and filmmakers. Does that make it harder for you to watch these films with maybe, and to be enthralled or maybe just entertained?
I think I expect a lot out of a film. You know, I think it's not just enough to do all the visual things, and the cinematography needs to be beautiful, and the shot angle, all that has to be perfect. But I think the story also has to stick and land. And this one, you know, it's an adaptation, so it has to appeal to the people who loved this original and who cherish that and don't want that to be spoiled. So I understand that. But in general, yes, I have a lot of boxes that need to be checked. But there's also a feeling, I think we all have that feeling of it just did it for me or it didn't. Okay, and it has to also have that.
I can ask you one question. One of my favorite movies of all time. This is going in a total weird direction here. And I want to know what your take is because I'm super curious now. Muriel's Wedding. Did you like that movie?
Oh, from like
way back
1992?
when, like 90-something, 1995. Have you ever seen it?
I have seen it many years ago, and I'm not sure. I'll have to rewatch. That's another assignment, I guess. I'll have to rewatch Muriel's Wedding.
Muriel's Wedding.
Is that Emma Thompson in it?
No, it's a comedy with a dark side, and I'm just thinking you'll like it because it has a lot of depth, even though it comes off as maybe a comedy.
Yeah, I've seen it years ago. I'll rewatch it and report back.
Plenty of assignments from Theron Zahn.
Sorry to be such a difficult fill-in interview. I promise never to come back.
Thank you, Candace. Happy New Year.
Thanks, guys. Happy New Year.